Now, I've had quite a bit of success breeding cockatiels, therefore I decided to try a new challenge in the parakeet world whilst continuing to try and breed cockatiels. I'd seen Kakarikis advertised online and they looked like a fantastic addition to most aviaries. Oh, how wrong was I? Now, prior to bringing in any new species of bird, I always consult the breeders and do plenty of research. And having spoken to a number of people that had kept and bred Kakarikis for a number of years, it looked like they would be a great addition to the aviary alongside my cockatiels, linealated parakeets and other finches, particularly considering the size of the aviary they would be living in. So in December 2018, I decided as a Christmas present for myself, I'd treat myself to a pair. We had a pied female and a normal green wild type male. They were remarkably friendly birds, almost immediately taking food out of my hand and even landing on me. They settled very quickly into the aviary in harmony with the other parakeets and finches. So I thought, fantastic, I've cracked it, great choice getting the Kakarikis. However, it took quite a bad turn very quickly. In preparation for their arrival, I mounted 2 additional nest boxes in the aviary, identical to those used by the cockatiels. The idea of this was to mean that there would be no competition for nest sites. However, in typical bird fashion, they wanted to occupy a box that was already being used by a pair of cockatiels. The nest box they had chosen housed 4 cockatiel chicks that were between 3 and 7 days old. They were chicks from an established pair that had been breeding for a number of years for me at this point. So whilst the pair were outside feeding, the Kakarikis moved in and carried each individual chick outside of the nest box and dropped them on the floor. The cockatiel parents quickly returned and discovered their chicks missing and now on the floor. It turned the aviary into an absolute frenzy of cockatiels bombarding the 2 Kakarikis. Thankfully, because of all the commotion, I noticed this immediately. I went into the aviary and discovered all 4 cockatiel chicks on the floor. Sadly, by this point, I think they must have been out of the nest at least an hour, and therefore I took the chicks away. We had 2 of them had survived. I warmed them up, popped them back in the nest, but 2 of them sadly did pass away. Immediately upon re-entering those chicks into the nest box, I caught up the pair of Kakarikis and they were gone for good. Within just days of their arrival, what looked like a harmonious start with the Kakarikis turned into an absolute load of chaos, and less than a week in, I decided to return them to the breeder I had originally bought them from. So that's just a very valuable lesson I learned that year, was having the Kakarikis entering new birds into an aviary where the existing birds are already breeding is certainly not an idea and can lead to a lot of chaos. Now, I'm sure in other circumstances Kakarikis are absolutely fine in aviaries with finches and other birds, but in this instance it really did not work. This video is not meant to be targeting Kakarikis at all, but rather ensuring that if you are watching this video and you're thinking of getting some, then I'd be very cautious adding them in with any other parakeet species.